I love those ears.
So how old are these four there?
They will be a year old in the end of October.
And so what age are you processing them at?
We found the best time to process is between 12 and 14 months.
Okay.
Before that, you don't quite, you kind of reach your size at 12 months to get a good sized pork chop and a good hanging weight. Over 14 months, they get big. You know, what else did you find out about this pig?
Right.
But then the one place released some out to auction. They got around, no info, no paperwork, nobody even knew what they were. And they still had some, and a guy, and they finally released him. It was almost 20 years. He was able to get some from each facility. And he was able to get their pedigree information. And basically all the pigs were just numbers, and he gave them names. So he's got all their genetic backgrounds, who they're from and where. So when we breed, we know we're not crossbreeding. But even today, I think there's 2 places in China that have Meishans, and they are it's like a special facility just to keep the Meishans alive. So they don't, I'm not 100% sure. I guess they sell some of the meat to Japan and stuff still. But nobody is allowed to own them.
Yeah.
But those 2 facilities.
Wow.
And I believe somebody managed to get a couple across the border into Canada. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was legal or not. But somebody in Canada had some. And I don't know if they were registered or not. But the registry itself has been, it was started, I think, 5.5 years ago, I believe.
Wow, pretty recent.
I think it was up and running maybe a year when I got my first 2 pigs. So about 5.5 years.
So now, how old are these littlest ones here?
Okay, so the littlest ones are like 8 and 9 weeks old.
Oh, okay.
The 2 bigger ones are probably 4 months old, I believe. I have to look to see what their birthday was. So I believe they're right.
So that's a good thing to show that.
Yeah.
2 months and 4 months. How much they
So
grow
those are
in just 2 months.
2 months as well down there, or those are different
No, those
groups?
are younger ones.
Those over there are only a couple weeks old.
Yeah.
Let's go down there, Brett, and shoot in to see those.
And that one over finish this shed.
Oh, and then there's the little runt back there.
But we're going to divide that one too, so we'll have 4 and 1. She's got 13 right now.
Is that big little lie?
Yeah.
She's just sleeping. When the dog barked.
Of course, she got the little runt.
Yeah, I saw that. So cute.
And they're not as dirty in the wintertime. There's some where they spend their day in the mud.
I tell you, that boy is such an animal whisperer.
When they're this size, you pretty much got to sit there. They'll come up to you. And then when you reach around to the side, about the time you touch, as soon as you touch them, they whoop and you run.
Yep.
It takes a while to get them to where you can actually sit and pet them and rub their bellies. And
front there.
Yeah.
So cute. Yeah, she's pretty calm about us being in here.
Yeah.
They're really, I mean, they're so docile. There's not too many breeds you can do that
No,
with.
Yeah. Usually they'd be, huffing and puffing at you, and she's just kind of watching us all. Got enough footage?
Yeah, I think so.
And
What's that? Is it beeping?
you know, we had somebody ask us that. Kind of like, there is no negativity. You know, there's no,
Yeah.
we don't have a real bad thing to
Right.
say about them.
Yeah.
And it's not just because we're breeding them or we like this pig.
Yeah.
We just, I mean, that's basically the only real problem we've ever had. And
Crawling over Mom. Mom, why'd you do that? Look at him. He's just
even
determined
when
to.
you're, you know, trying to
Are you still
get
filming?
them up
Yeah.
on the trailer or whatever, they don't try and bite you.
Well,
They,
yeah.
You know, they try and back up. That's the hard part is.
Do you have to clip the teeth at all?
No.
Like a regular
We've never
commercial
had
sticker?
them.
Or commercial
They're
teeth?
short though.
Yeah.
I think that started in commercial facilities. Well, they might have done it back years ago. For people that were running a lot of pigs,
Yeah.
just to avoid the possibility.
Yeah.
But we've never had an issue with it. We won't. I mean, we won't do it.
Yeah.
We just feel it's an unnecessary pain to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Time for us.
Yeah.
Well, just catching them all up to do that. Too. Now, do you have to give them iron shots and stuff after,
We
like
don't.
they do a lot of? Okay, cool.
And a lot of that has to do with our dirt, our soil.
Right.
In certain areas, if there's an iron deficiency,
Yeah.
they may have to do that. So I mean, we don't have to do. The only thing that we have to do is separate them and castrate them.
Yeah.
Cool.
If we don't sell one as a boar, it gets castrated and say for a feeder, or it goes to a pet home as a farm pet.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of people like to have a pet pig.
Right.
And we do the castrating here. So